This conference will now be recorded.
Several of you have asked for some additional training as far as conducting a face-to-face meeting on using Zoom. A couple weeks ago when we did our selling Medicare supplement over the phone, we mentioned that program, and a lot of folks have since mentioned that they'd like to get a little additional training on that. So today we're going to do a real quick video to show you how to sign up for an account, how to start a meeting and conduct that meeting face to face. And I'm going to go through a real quick process on how it would look. Angela's going to help me pull up how it would look showing my Medicare supplement quote through the system, as well as going through an application through the system. So that being said, we're going to get started on that. First thing you're going to need to do is download sign up for a Zoom account. To do that, you just open your web browser and you go to zoom.us, which is what this looks like here. Then you're going to sign up for an account. There's several options when you click sign up for an account. As you can see here under plans and pricing, there's free, there's a pro, there's business, and there's enterprise. For the purpose of doing one-on-one virtual face-to-face meetings, go ahead and use the free account. That allows you to have a one-on-one meeting and with no restrictions. They can last however long it needs to last. If you're going to start having meetings with several of your clients at once, then at that point, you might want to sign up for an account that you pay for, simply because if you do more than one person on a free account, then it limits you to 40 minutes. So, but for the purpose of doing the one-on-one, the free account's perfectly fine. So sign up for that. When you do, you can either go to the website, log in, start meetings, as you can see up here, join and host. Or you can download the app to your computer. And when you do that, you're going to have an app on your desktop that looks like this. This is Zoom app. When you get that, whether you go online or you download the Zoom app, once you open it, it looks the same. So we're going to open the Zoom app here, and you can see this is my dashboard. My dashboard gives me several options. I can start a new meeting. I can schedule a meeting. As you can see, I got one scheduled here. I can join a meeting. If someone else has having a meeting and they want to invite me to it, I can click on join a meeting and plug in this meeting ID, and that'll patch me into their meeting. And while I'm in someone else's meeting, if I want to share my screen and they allow me to do so, I can do that. So those are your options here. Up here at the top, you've got chat. That's when you're in a meeting with someone, you can chat with them. This shows you what kind of upcoming meetings you've got, and then if you have any contacts on your list, you can go there. So for the purposes of what we're going to do today, I am actually going to use the scheduled meeting that I have right here on my side box, and I'm going to click start this meeting. And when I do, it's going to pop up here, tell me that I'm using my computer audio because that's what I want to use. And then down here, you can see it's got mute and start video. I'm going to start video, and it will hopefully show my video here on my screen. And you can see what my camera situation is here. Okay, there we go. So I start my video on my screen, and then once you do that, you've got a couple different options as far as bringing people into your meeting. You can either invite someone by clicking this invite button, and you can put in their email address, and it'll send them all the details on how to log into the meeting. Or you can, if you've got what I've got here, which is a pre-scheduled meeting with Angelique, when they call in at the prescribed time, you can just click admit. And when you do that, it's going to bring them into the meeting. You can see there's Angelique's screen. When they first come in, they're probably going to be muted and they're not going to have their video on. And Angelique just learned how to turn hers on, and she's probably turned her sound on already too, right, Angelique?
I can hear you.
But if you're talking to your client and they haven't, you're just seeing their name on it and you're not seeing them, you can just tell them go down here to the bottom, and you've got mute and start and stop video. So that's what they would do. You would have them unmute their mic and then start their video. So as you can see, Angelique has joined me now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and show you kind of how I would present a Medicare supplement plan using the face-to-face with Angelie, as well as go through the application process. So what we're going to do here within this Zoom meeting, you can see here's my toolboxes down here at the bottom. I'm going to click on this button that says share screen. And then I'm going to click here on this screen. If you've already got the screen you're going to share open, it'll be in this list, but I don't. So I'm just going to click on that screen there and hit share. And now Angelie can see my screen. So what we're going to do with Angelie now that she can see my screen is I'm going to open. I closed my Zoom box. I didn't want to do that because I closed her down. I can open my screen, and then we're going to go through the quote engine so that Angelie can see I'm presenting a MedSup quote to her just like you would your client. You probably already have your quote engine open, but if you didn't, that's fine. You go into it, and then Angelie, you can now see all this that's on my screen, right? You can see the MedSup quoter on my screen.
Yes.
So this is what your client will see, and you can walk them through a quote. So we'll say that Angelie lives in Fayetteville. We'll say we're going to show her a plan in, and we're going to hit get quote. So this is going to pull up the quoting tools, and she's going to be able to see the quote comparison just like if I was sitting with her face to face. I'm going to apply the discounts because she's going to qualify for a discount, and you can see Ascendo, the CVS company, pops up as my #1 rate. And just so happens is this is the plan that I want to recommend to Angelie. So I'm going to talk to Angelie about Ascendo. I'm going to talk to her about the plan N and how it works. And then if she wants to see another plan, obviously I can switch back and forth. I can go to plan G and so forth and so on. But we're going to assume that Angelie and I have been talking, and now she wants to enroll in the Ascendo plan. So we are going to say, okay, that's great. We've presented the plan to you. All looks good. And now we're going to go and we're going to enroll in the Ascendo plan. So I'm going to show you guys how easy that is to do. You simply, while she's on the phone with me, just like if we were face to face, we would just go to AetnaSeniorProducts.com. And I got to move some stuff out of my way so I can see my login screens. I'm going to click login as an agent. And there's my login information. I'm going to hit secure login. And then that's going to bring us to our screen. And with Angelie, since she's not actually on Medicare, I'm going to use this button right here, which is the sandbox. Right here's your quote and enroll. This is where you would run quotes and enroll people into the Aetna MedSup plan. But I'm going to use the sandbox, and you guys can use this too. This is a way you can play with their enrollment tool without actually submitting an app, which is good. So we'll click on the sandbox, which is, it looks exactly the same as if I clicked on enroll. It's going to open up the application, and we're going to plug in our client's data into this system. So Angelie, you can see the screen still, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to plug in your information. And meanwhile, all the same stuff that I would do. I'm talking to her about her age. We're going through, you were born in 1774. That would make you very old. I'm going to get it right here in a second. There we go. We're going to plug in her date of birth that'll make her turn 65 in December. We're going to say because she turned 65 in December, her Part A effective date was December 1st of 2019. She's a female. She does not use tobacco. And her name is Angelie Drennan. So Angelie, as I'm going through this, if anything on here, any of this data is incorrect, you can correct me because you can see everything I'm typing.
Please correct the spelling of my last name.
Yes, I can. You would think I would know how to spell that. All right, so this is what we would do. We would ask Angelie to verify this information. She says it looks good. And we're going to view the products. Oh, I didn't click on something, right? Oh, I did the date. I got to put this date in. It didn't save it. So you can see from that, it will not let you mess up, which is good. It's just like any other, oh, I'm sorry, that's the policy effective date. That's my problem. Just like any other online application process, it won't let us mess up. So we're going to view the products that are available, and we'll go through here Here's all the various products that Aetna has available in that zip code, but we talked about the Ascendo, so we're going to choose that one. We're going to put in our Part A effective date, which was the 1st of December in this scenario. And she does qualify for the household discount, and we're qualifying under open enrollment. So we hit quote, and it shows us those rates just like it did when we had the quote engine open. We're going to choose the plan that she's going to enroll in, and we're going to add that to our cart. When we add that to our cart, then over here on the right side of our screen, it shows us our cart. It also gives us another option, which is to send the e-kit. And the e-kit is actually all of the stuff that you're required to provide to your client, which is, the guide to Medicare, the brochure, the outline of coverage, a copy of the application, all the same stuff that you normally would have in your paper kit when you're doing a paper enrollment kit. And then we'll send that e-kit. It sent it to the email address that they had, and it's on the way. So Angela, you'll be getting that in your email in a few minutes. So once she gets that in, we don't have to wait on her to get that because she's going to get it. We're going to start enrollment. So we click on start enrollment. This again verifies the data that we talked about with her. You are a legal resident, so we're going to start the enrollment. And just like what's going to happen here is Angela's going to be looking at the screen as I'm going through it. And then if there's anything that's incorrect, she's going to help me fix it. So we put in her Medicare number, the date she enrolled in Part B, which is the same date she enrolled in Part A, which was the first day of the month she turned 65. And we're going to say, yes, you turned 65 in the last 6 months. Yes, you enrolled in Part B. No, you don't have Medicaid. No, you don't have another Medicare supplement. And no, we're not replacing any health coverage. So once you review all that with your client and she says that's all good to go, then we would hit next. Maybe, oh, I'm sorry, I missed a button. We're going to check eligibility first. It says, yes, you do qualify for open enrollment. You see, it won't let us go forward unless we do it correctly. So we hit next now. And now that we've got next, it goes to the next screen. It skipped over, as you can see here, it skipped over the health history because you're open enrollment. We don't have to answer the health history. Okay, applicant, yes, you do live with somebody to qualify for the discount. So we put that person's information in here. We got an effective date, 5/1, like we talked about. We're planning under open enrollment, plan in, and then we're going to go to an annual premium because Angela likes to be billed annually all at once and pay for it. So that's what we're doing. That gives us our annual premium. We go next. This just has you verify with your client all the data that we put in. So Angela, you would look at this and you say, yes, all that looks correct. So we hit OK. That goes to our next screen. And this is where we put in all of our address information. And we put in the city. And again, the whole time our clients looked at all this stuff and letting us know if it's correct or incorrect. For the purposes of this Sandbox app, I'm going to use my social because you do have to put a social in here or it won't go forward. And in the Sandbox, it doesn't really matter what we put in here because it's not really going to submit. We're going to put in Angela's height and weight. We're going to say she's 5'1.5" she claims. So that's 5'1". So we put that in there. And we say that we have not used tobacco and we don't have a different address. So all of that information is correct. Angela,
Go back and put my name because it put your name.
Oh, I did an autofill, didn't I? So you guys got to be careful when you're filling out these online apps. If you let it, especially with Google Chrome, it'll do an autofill and it'll just plug in your stuff. I sure did that because of my Social Security number. So we got to go back and recorrect that. But again, that's why you have your client looking at it with you. So if anything's incorrect, they can say, hey, look, that isn't correct, and you can fix it. This is the great thing.
This quickly, so how you guys can take your time as you go through it with your client.
Yeah, we're exactly. You would obviously be going through this a lot slower, talking about each one of these screens and that sort of thing. So we'd go next, and then we get to the pay. Again, this is telling us that the address that we entered is invalid. That's fine. I'm going to accept it anyway. But what this does is it's not going to let you put in an invalid address, so you can verify that with your client. We're going to accept that anyway because it doesn't really matter for the purpose of this Sandbox app. So now we've gotten to the payment information, and we've gone through that Angelique wants to do direct billing. So we're going to say no to this, and we're going to say direct bill. And that's going to get us down to our next screen again. And now we're already at the agent information. There's the agent information. Angelique wants to have her policy sent to her electronically because she likes technology and likes to take trees. So we're going to say yes. And what this will do is when the policy gets issued, it'll just email it to her. If they say no, it'll mail it to their address. So we're going to say yes to have it sent to her electronically. And then we're going to go to the signature pages. So we'll get here, actually, the first thing we're going to do is do the review. Again, this is where you're going to go have your client look over this data again. And Angelique would look this over. We would talk about everything that we just went through. And she would say, yes, that all looks great. And at that point, we would start the signature process. And now here, this is kind of where the Ascendo app gives you a lot of flexibility. Not only is it some of the best rates available in your marketplace, but it also gives you the best signature options. Your three options are in person, which obviously we're doing face-to-face, Angelique, so that wouldn't work for you. You can do an email signature. What this would do is I would plug your email address in here, send this to you, and then you would get the email and you would sign it. Or you get your security question signature. What this allows me to do is ask Angelique to look at these security questions, and she would tell me which one she would want to use. So which one of those you want to use, Angelique?
I think I'm going to go with the one that gets it done the quickest. So let's do the security question signature.
Okay. And you're going to go with which one of these security questions again?
Father's middle name.
All right, and that is Edison, correct?
Edison, yes.
All right, so what we do there is now, so Angelique just saw the security question. She told me what it was, what our security question was, and she gave me the answer. I'm going to hit agree to terms, and what that is now we're agreeing that this is her signature, and we apply that signature. And then I do the same thing down here on the agent signature. You agree to terms and apply the signature. And then once you do that, the application is ready to submit, and it's really that simple to conduct a Zoom face-to-face virtual meeting with your client, as well as even do the presentation of the materials and even go through the application if you're using one like the CVS Ascendo product. So Angelique, thank you for helping me, and I'm going to go ahead and end your meeting, and then I'm going to finish up our other meeting. So there's Angelique going away. And now, again, as you guys can see, it's really that simple to do a Zoom face-to-face training. If you have any other questions on this, reach out to me, and we can answer those for you. But I hope you're able to use this with no problems. I know this will save you a lot of time, and it's something that adds that face-to-face element back to your meeting rather than just picking up the phone. So it's real simple, it's real intuitive. Your clients can use it. If they can use Facebook, they can use this. It's really simple. If you have any questions, let me know, and thank you very much.